It's a loneliness epidemic.
Forbes found that more than 3/4 of Gen Zers felt burnt out using dating apps like Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble.
So many women are competing for the same men, and then a bunch of guys are getting ignored.
The worst I ever feel about myself is when I'm using that app.
I've been speaking to a lot of my friends who especially want to turn off dating apps.
According to the Pew Research Center, 56% of millennials are not getting married.
Installing, reinstalling, swiping left and right, and not really finding real connections.
Modern dating has turned into noise. Everywhere you look, people are saying the same thing. They say dating apps are broken. Women only want the top men. Most men don't stand a chance. Loneliness is rising. Marriage is declining. And an entire generation of men is starting to believe they've already lost. Most men think the system is rigged against them, that unless you were born with the right face, the right status, the right genetics, the right race, you're invisible. And they're right about one thing: the top men do win.
I'm Michael Asibul. I help ambitious men rebuild the way they show up to the world. Most men don't have a dating app problem. They have a positioning problem. Their body doesn't reflect their standards. Their style doesn't separate them. Their grooming gets overlooked. And their presence online and in person doesn't match the man they know they could be. That's what I rebuild. I've helped hundreds of men transform the way they look, carry themselves, and present themselves to the world. And this series takes you inside that very process. The standards, the details, the discipline, the transformation. This is Hitch.
The reason I reached out, really, in full transparency, is because I want to find someone who's meant for me, someone whose goals align with mine, whose values align with mine, and for as long as I've been in this city, I've struggled with it. I'm from a different country, somewhere where nothing is as digitalized. Like over here, it's really about swiping, it's really about social media, it's really status driven. And where I'm from is very much more organic. And so I feel it's due to that fact, now whenever I step outside, like I feel invisible, and it eats at my confidence as well. And for the 5 years that I've been here, I've never found a way around that. And honestly, I'm at a point in my life where it's time to take that issue, that aspect more seriously. That's why I reached out, and I hope I get picked to do the makeover.
Wow, I love that so much, man. So wholesome. I can tell he's a good guy.
When the applicants submit their videos, I also ask them for their schedule, their lifestyle, and where they spend most of their free time. Xavier trains at the gym on Saturday mornings. So let's go surprise him.
Where is he? I think that's him. Xavier, man. Xavier, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Yes. Oh, shit. Yeah, give me a hug, bro. Give me a hug. Hey.
So I really couldn't believe it was really happening. Like, okay, like, whoa, this is real. So I was excited, but like nervous, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know like what to expect for real. I just knew like he gets his clients' results. That's all. But I didn't really know the process. So that was amazing, really, and I'm really glad I did it.
I really loved your video submission that you submitted. I was playing it, I'm like, hey, I can't wait to work with this guy.
No way.
Yeah. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. So talk to me, Xavier. What's the one area you want to work on the most, brother?
I mean, I always want to work on everything, but if I had to pick one that I've been neglecting, I'd say my social life.
Okay.
When I got to this part of the world, like I focused more so on, finances, career-wise, and I kind of been neglecting the social and romantic part. But as I got older, I feel like that deserves a little bit more attention. So that's what I would say.
That's the most common thing that I hear from high-achieving men. They're self-driven, they're ambitious. Once they reach their career status with their work, they end up realizing that because they never invested time into dating, into communication, when they then try to date, they realize how far they are. And then that's what really brings immense distress to their life.
Honestly, it makes me feel like more so bitter and resentful. It makes me like kind of feel complacent. I'm like, you know what? Whoever I meet from back home here, or maybe just go back there when the time comes. But lately I've been taking it a lot more seriously, hence why I applied to your thing.
Yeah, and then what's the number one outcome that you want from all this?
To attract the ideal partner. I've done so much work, man. Like I said, okay, if I fix my teeth, my life is gonna change. If I get my skin cleared, my life is gonna change. So honestly, I'm kind of on the hopeless kind of route right now. So I'm not gonna say
Talk to me about your fashion. Do you feel like you have a style that works for you? You can go in, by the way. You feel like you have a style that works for you? Do you feel like it's something you can improve on?
I've been working on it a lot lately.
Okay.
My style is more so like the timeless, classy kind of vibe.
Okay.
Is it working? Sure. Like,
we feel like it can be better.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. He's been putting in work and still he feels like he's finishing last. I see this so many times and time again because a lot of men feel like, you know what, if I work hard, that should be enough. But if you're not looking at the data, if you're not taking the feedback from putting yourself out there and not adjusting, working hard doesn't really matter any much. Like modern dating is ruthless and it's really about understanding what women want, needs, and desires are. And you can be working hard, but if you're not meeting their expectations, you're gonna keep falling short. Xavier's current dating profile just wasn't cutting it because it's not sparking any type of emotional connection. He's not leaving any room for women to fantasize what their world can look like being in his world. And his photos, he kind of looked unsure of themselves. He didn't look very confident, and that's never gonna work, especially with modern online dating. Women want to feel what it's gonna look like to sit across from you on a date, doing any sort of activity, or just being with you. And you're unable to make them feel any type of connection, it's never gonna work out. Also, the photos were not authentic and people can feel that, women can feel that. When you're doing a professional photo shoot with the best camera and you have the blurred background, they know that's very performative. And what world are people having these type of photos online? The whole point is you don't wanna make it look like you did an entire photo shoot just for your dating apps, and that looks like you're trying too hard. Rather, you wanna capture moments, candid moments of you having a bite of your favorite meal, of you at some sort of activity or event or doing some sort of sport where you're having a good time. They want to feel like they're watching you without you knowing that you're being watched. And that's what makes a great profile.
What's the most important thing about you of having your own space?
I would say the independence. Like you can have people over whenever you want. You can literally do what you want really less. Yeah.
Are you ready to have your missus live with you if you
not quite there yet, but that's
one day.
Yeah, for sure. Of course. There's steps that have to happen before that,
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Do you ever bring women home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime I do any makeover or I meet with my clients, I'm always trying to understand their worldview. I'm trying to envision myself being in their shoes, how they think, what they like to do. How can I help bridge the gap to make them believe in themselves or to be more sure about themselves or to have more confidence? Because it's important for me to know so that way if there's any issues that comes along the journey, or if once they start going on dates, when they start meeting the love of their life and something is off, I can understand why it's off. I can understand their nervous system, their attachment styles, so I can better align them with the outcome and who they want to be.
Nice.
Wow. Brother, this is a nice place, man.
Appreciate it.
Don't be your lucky missus. She's gonna like how you're living, brother.
I like everything, the decor.
This is a decor.
That's a TV?
Yeah.
That's a TV?
Actually, yeah.
What? That's nice. You was waiting to say that. You was hoping for me to realize that. Oh, that's nice.
I thought you knew it was. It's pretty popular.
I heard it, but I'm actually seeing it for the first time. So who helped you style this place? Because brother, this is nice. I'm impressed.
Appreciate that. So I'm not gonna take the credit for it. A friend of mine who was an interior designer, like does wall decor and all that stuff. She helped me do the layout and everything.
Now the biggest thing I would like to see is your wardrobe.
Okay.
Let's see how you're styling yourself. So you have a nice vintage leather jacket. Okay. This is the fit. I like this fit, brother. That's nice. You look sharp, brother.
I think I overwear this. I'm like, oh.
Really?
Yeah, the jacket though, not
It's
the...
better to always overwear than underwear, bro.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that. I always tell people that it's a must to have a black leather jacket in every single fit.
I actually have a brown one too, if you want to see.
You have a brown one? Let me see the brown one. Okay.
It's a brown one?
I like the brown one. I really do. I like that there's like a bit more wear and tear on it. It's really giving more old school. Can you put this on right now?
Yeah.
I'll take this. Yes. That's nice. That's nice. I just gotta fix this up right here. See, I like this more than the black because this looks more old school.
Yeah.
It's more of that rigged vibe. That's what we want. I think now you're officially ready for the entire makeover experience. Are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Let's go do it right now, brother. Let's get to it.
Ready, yeah, haircut, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The hairstyle is the most important part of everything we're doing.
Really?
Make or break how everything comes out. Having a well-suitable haircut is so important to your general attractiveness. You can have all the attraction in the world, but if the trim ain't right, if you didn't grow out your hair the right way, it's gonna completely ruin the entire image. So I always tell my clients that haircut is literally your makeup, and we gotta make sure that we find the right haircut or all of this simply won't work.
How you doing, brother? Might say Hitch around.
What's up, dude?
So he says that he likes to have like a nice fade. So right here, we're gonna do a nice fade and we're gonna keep the filling on top.
Okay.
Gonna be good? That's it? You have nice eyes, man. You have nice eyes. You have nice eyes.
Skip feet?
Yeah.
No.
No skip feet?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like same as last time. Just gonna shit out of him. It was more or less the same that I usually get. It was just like a small tweak that had to grow on me, to be honest. I didn't know how I felt about it at first. What really did it for me though was like the styling of how he did it, like in my pictures, like right after, like I slick it back or have it look very professional. He made it like a lot curlier and longer, and through his recommendations, like products and styling and stuff like that. And I didn't even know my hair could do that, so that was crazy. That's good.
For sure. That's a cut. Now that's a cut. The confidence. I can already see it all coming together, man. So, how's your culinary skills?
The way to a woman's heart is through food. Cooking is so sexy. I'm always preaching to my male client that you have to learn how to cook, because women love a man that can cook. And more importantly, we can cook for them and we can cook for ourselves. It is a better skill to have in your back pocket.
First thing first, brother, you gotta wash your hands, man. Wash your hands.
My biggest fear when I'm doing my cooking workshop is hoping that my clients do not cut themselves. For a lot of them, it's their first time using a knife, and it's the scariest feeling for me to be teaching them, because now I'm responsible to make sure that they don't cut their fingers off. That works, that works. So now I want you to take the salt. Good, add some salt in the pan.
There you go. You're doing this stuff. I don't know when this is.
You're good. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Right here, I know you're left-handed, so you can do it in reverse. And I want you going as fast as possible, okay?
Okay.
You want me to show you a bit, or you got it?
I'm gonna do it.
You do it? I trust you. All right, hold on. You're good. Keep going. Don't stop. There you go. Now you have the hang of it. Keep going, all over. There we go. There's nothing makes me more proud as a coach and mentor when I see my clients successfully learning how to cook a new cuisine that they never cooked before. There's just something about them being vulnerable and them having the humility to try something that they know they're not good at and going through the motions to become better at it. And that's what this whole journey is about. It's becoming the best version of yourself, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like everyone gave up on you, the world gave up on you, or you gave up on yourself. So by far, it's the happiest thing for me to see when at the end of us cooking and doing the cooking workshop that they're enjoying the process and they're happy with the meal that they created. What we're trying to do is let them be able to envision themselves with you, right? And the best way for them to do that is to see themselves in lifestyle events of how you maneuver in the world. So when we just post random selfies and random photos, the problem with that is that it's not saying anything to them. So typically what I like to do is change it up and have us take photos of you at date night activities. So said activities, you're gonna see shortly, but we're gonna get you in a natural environment where then they're gonna be able to see what life would be like if they're in your life.
When it comes to your personal style, what speaks to you?
So as far as what I do like is that's probably the like the classier, timeless look.
Okay.
One thing that I'm not getting, and I'm not understanding the trend as much as I try, I don't like baggy jeans. I like baggy pants in general. Like
Baggy pants?
on myself.
I think it's actually gonna look better on you because you're tall. It's gonna make you look wider, of course. It's gonna fill out your frame. But the thing is that you wanna fill out your frame, you wanna fill up your space. The more space you're filling up, the more presence you're showing.
A lot of guys think it's just about a trend, but it's really about proportion. Skinny jeans usually make a man look narrower and smaller, whereas a looser trouser gives you a stronger, more masculine look. And that matters because research has found that cues of upper body strengths account for a lot of what people rate as attractive when it comes to men. So for me, it's less about following trends and more about building a stronger, more fit frame. We went for the classy, old money look. That outfit, that style, it's so timeless, it's elegant, it's truly a chef kit. It's like really taking us back to the 90s when our parents or grandparents would dress this way to go to school, to go to church, and bringing that back is super, super sexy. And I always adopt this style for all my clients. I think it's the most important thing on elevating their look.
So we had more or less a similar view. Like he has a classic, timeless approach. What was different from what I liked was like the trend of, baggy pants. At first I didn't like it. I felt like it could look like a dress, but now that I wore it out in public on dates and stuff, he was right. I have no shame in admitting that. One thing I really liked though was the trench coat. Like it was classy, it was European, it was cultured. And I've even had people think I was like above 30 because of how put together I looked. So that was nice.
Presentations where people get it wrong. People are not presenting themselves accurately with how they want the world to see them. If you're wearing jeans and a graphic tees, and you're in your 30s, you're in your late 20s, you're maybe even in your 40s, it's just not a clean look. Ask women how they want their partner to be dressing. They like seeing these wide big oversized shirts and these wide leg pleated trousers. There's something about it that just looks classy. And if you're not presenting yourself in a classy manner, how do you want people to take you seriously? If you see someone with a suit and tie on the street versus a person with just the graphic tee and the jeans, who do you think looks more serious and looks like they got more going on for themselves? So presentation is absolutely very important. You know, it's gonna make or break how people respond to you or how people take you seriously.
So for the first shoot, I know it's cold, bear with me. You're gonna resemble being on like a nice coffee date with your crush, all right?
It was different in a good way. I've invested in photo shoots before, didn't get any results, and then I did it with him. And then the fact that he knows exactly every pose, all the lighting, the scenery, the expressions, all he did is do it with his phone. I think that was the highlight of the day for real.
So I'm gonna have you go for a sit, look at the camera, right there. He's already a natural. You're naturally photogenic. There's that smile, there we go. Look at this. That's a nice smile, that's a nice smile. We're gonna get more, okay? There you go for a sit.
Can we wrap it up? This is
almost there.
The biggest problem I see with a lot of men when it comes to setting up their photos for the online presence or dating apps is that a lot of them are still caught up in what not to do versus what you should be doing. For example, if you're taking a casual selfie, there's nothing attractive about that. That doesn't spark any type of sexual desire. But if you're taking photos, if you're self at date-like setting, where then the opposition or the women that you potentially want to meet can envision what it's going to look like to be sitting across from you on a date, that does something. And I feel like that's where a lot of men get wrong. Spark something, make them feel something. Your photo should speak to them. It should really be like, hey, I'm serious, I'm attracted, match with me, and I'm gonna show you the incredible life we can have together.
Eye contact is strong. The eye contact is very strong, very seductive.
I'm a overthinker when it comes to pictures. I have to take the same selfie 50, 60 times before I really actually like it. And even then, I might not end up liking it. So seeing photos come out like the way it actually did, I was really happy with it. It felt awkward in the moment. It felt kind of uncomfortable, like having to pose, having to really be a model and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think it was worth it. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
So talk to me, how have your dates typically go?
That's a good question, it's been a minute.
Yeah, so when you're on your dates, run me through it. So where would you typically bring them?
Probably like bowling or an arcade or something I really like to do, and I just tell them they join me for that.
And how do you feel like they have gone in the past for you, typically?
When the girl really likes me, I don't think it matters where I take him.
Okay. The way I see it, it really comes down to their energy versus your energy. So if you feel like you're on a date with someone that you are pedestalizing or you feel like is out of your league, what's really making them out the league? Just their beauty? Because they can have just the beauty that you might be looking for, but may not be a good partner for you. I've noticed that with a lot of my clients, because they're not used to going on dates or going on dates with women that they are actually attracted to, or maybe want to build a foundation and future with, they add a lot of pressure on themselves and they're not able to be themselves. So it leads to them overthinking a lot, not really leading and having natural conversations. Their counterparts can see that they're very nervous. And typically, I always just try to make it as natural for them. They don't need to put anyone on a pedestal. They just need to understand that they are on the date because they're attracted to them and want to get to know them better, the same way that they're on that same date because they want to get to know them better. So both people are there for the same reason. So no need to make the moment bigger than what it is. I always try to make them be able to just be themselves. Be more relaxed, slow down when you speak. You don't have to speak too fast, be more calm. And typically just try to guide them through this so they can have a better first encounter or better long-lasting communication with their partners. When we first looked at Xavier's old profile, the biggest issue wasn't that he was a bad looking guy. It was that nothing about the profile positioned him well enough. The photos didn't highlight his strengths. The overall presentation felt flat, and it wasn't giving women a clear reason to stop, pay attention, and want to actually meet him. What we did was rebuild the full picture. We improved how he looked, how he dressed, how he carried himself, and then we made sure the profile actually reflected that. The new photos feel stronger, more intentional, and a lot more aligned with who he is becoming. So the result wasn't random. It was a direct reflection of better positioning. And once the profile went live, the responses changed fast. Xavier got hundreds of matches in just 72 hours, but matches were never the end goal. The real goal was to create enough momentum, enough choice, and enough confidence for him to actually step into a real opportunity. And that's exactly what happened. The profile got him in the door. Now it's time to see what happened when the connection became real.
Hey. Hello. How you doing?
The fact that he cooks, and that's pretty rare to find on dating apps, the way he's put together, the way his pictures are curated, I really thought that was attractive.
Like the fact that she had such a broad story, I never ran out of questions to ask. Let's pick a theme for what we're trying to paint. You want to paint food since we're just talking about food?
I usually never paint anything other than water.
You paint water?
Usually.
But what color?
What do you mean, what color?
Okay, but I mean, I could be wrong, but this looks transparent. I don't know what kind of color would you cook it? Would you like draw it with?
Transparent. What about the sea,
What?
the ocean?
That's what you mean by water?
Yes.
Okay. You mean like the beach or like an environment, not like just plain old water. I'm talking about the water I'm looking at.
Nah, that would be boring. No, you don't put the bean right on the canvas. Sorry. I'm getting irritated.
You sound passionate about this.
Yes, because you have to do it right.
Okay.
Right.
Probably being less focused on the outcome, less focused on living up to the hype of my profile, I would say. Being more in the moment rather than worried about if it's going well or not. I came here because I got a student visa and then I started studying and I never left.
What did you study in?
Law.
Do you like it?
I like it. What do you do?
Me, I study biology.
You're still studying?
Yeah, but I'm not this year.
Okay. What's next?
Good question. When I met him, he matched his pictures. He was well dressed. Everything was like his profile picture. At first, it was a little bit awkward, but as time went on, he took charge of conversations and he made me feel comfortable.
I liked it, I had a great time, especially a feeling that I want to get a little more used to since I'm so out of practice. But it's a good feeling to be able to do this again and have more confidence in it. And so I'm looking forward to.
I need to test you. Make green.
Make green?
Yes.
With one of those?
Yes.
Green can happen here? With one of those colors? Okay.
Mr. Lawyer can't make green. He didn't know how to make the color green, which is insane to me. And also that he's a lawyer, and he was really smart. If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what words would you pick?
Passionate, honest, charming. What about you?
Organized. Better off.
What are 3 words you'd say about me?
About you?
Mm.
Smart. I have to think for the other 2.
Okay.
Yes, I would consider a second date. I really enjoyed our time and our conversation. I liked the way he carried himself. And yeah, I think he was cute. I would like to know him better.
This experience has been really cool, really amazing, almost life-changing. Like, just because 3 days ago my dating life was like non-existent, and now I'm getting results that I never really could have imagined, just based on a video that I didn't give a second thought to. And the fact that it's only been like a few days makes me really excited for the ongoing support and what's to come. And so I'd recommend this mentorship for anybody, because Mike really doesn't waste any time. So Michael, thank you so much for picking me. I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was how authentic I was, but honestly, this has been an experience of a lifetime in just a few days. and I'm really excited for what's to come.
By the end of this, Xavier didn't just get a date, he got proof. Proof that he was never stuck. Proof that he was never disqualified. Proof that he was never destined to be another man sitting on the sidelines, watching life pass him by. Because that's the lie too many men are living under right now. That modern dating is broken beyond repair. That dating apps are hopeless. That loneliness is just the price men have to pay. That unless you were born with every advantage, you are invisible. But Xavier became proof that when a man finally rebuilds the way he shows up to the world, the whole thing starts to move differently. The attention changes, the opportunities change, the confidence change, and for the first time, the future in front of him starts to look different too. That's why this was never just about a profile, never just about matches, never just about one night. It was about taking a man who felt overlooked and showing him in real time what becomes possible when he stops hiding from his potential. And that is bigger than Xavier, because there are millions of men right now being taught to lower their expectation, shrink their standards, and make peace with being unseen. We are here to challenge that, to raise the standard, to change the perception, to show men that they are not finished, not forgotten, and not too late. Xavier got to live the payoff, and this is only the beginning. That's Hitch.